Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Under the Influence podcast.
Yes, sir. It's episode 104.
104,
Uno cero cuatro.
104, 104. We on a roll.
And still rolling.
Still rolling. How you feeling tonight, my brother? Well, no, my bad. As always, I'm Big Cass.
I'm PM. That guy. Something like that.
Yeah, close enough. Close enough.
We all have our days.
You've been here before. You know exactly who he is. How you feeling, brother?
Shit. I'm tired, but I ain't exhausted. Had a hell of a day. Hell of a week, actually, so far.
It's been a long one.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty magical, as y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can see that in YouTube land. Just watched my oldest baby walk that stage, graduate from high school.
Yeah, congratulations.
First of the squad, the first of many to go to do it. I told the rest of them, I said, boy, the bare minimum y'all gonna give me is a high school diploma. I said, if one of you niggas fuck up, we just gonna show up to the graduation. When it's all said, then I'm walk up and grab the mic. Hey, also,
They gonna have security on your ass.
yeah, I know.
Full throttle.
I know. We gonna get there though. We'll make it happen. I forgot one, nigga. It was some kids at the graduation that showed up late. You know, there's 600 something students.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, you get to the motherfucker with the last name Z. We ready for it to be over.
Right.
We look up. It's about 9 to 10 more kids standing in line. Last names all over the place. R, B. Like niggas showed up late.
I never seen that one before.
Me either.
Heard if you missed it, you missed it.
And they let them come on up there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The motherfucking valedictorian was that motherfucker graduated with a 5.0 GPA. I don't think you can get no higher than that.
Nah, well, I mean, you possibly could. If you did some college credits, but I don't know.
Because it's salutatorian or whatever, like a 4.6.
Damn. That's an incredible drop. I can see if you're like a 4.8, 4.7. But still, 4.6 is good too.
Yeah, well, it's that's like, the 4.0 is like perfect.
What'd you say, the other one graduated with what?
5.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to that number.
Yeah, 5.0. Like,
Okay.
a whole nother leap over perfect.
Shit.
Yeah.
She beat her ass.
Yeah. My baby graduated in the top 50, so that was good with me.
That's what's up.
Out of 630 something kids, she graduated top 50.
That's cool.
So yeah. Yep. So proud dad today. Exhausted dad, but proud dad. Had a lot going on around this motherfucker. What we getting it rolling with, brother?
We got one RIP
Do we?
for what DC Young Fly's wife.
Did we talk about her last week?
I don't think so.
I think we did.
Maybe. I thought it happened after.
It might have. It might. Who knows, bro?
Yeah.
But if not, rest in peace, Jackie O.
Jackie O.
Dead at 32.
Yeah, I think she was
32. Went to go get a mommy makeover surgery and
That's what it was?
yep. Mommy makeover. I don't like how they conceal the severity of that surgery with that little cute ass name, cause it's like 4 or 5 surgeries at one time.
Damn.
Like you get like the BBL, lipo, tummy tuck, the breast job, and something else all at once.
That's a lot of shock and trauma to the body.
And so they do it all at once. They call it a mommy makeover, and it sounds so like cute.
Yeah.
It's not.
Nah. Hey.
And she didn't go to. I know I was kind of looking into it. She didn't go to like DR or all that bullshit where like people be going.
You actually paid the money.
She went to one of the reputable surgeons down in Florida. The particular doctor doesn't have much smut on his name at all, so it's just
Damn.
it's just a bad. You know what I'm saying? Something went wrong.
Or her body couldn't take it.
Yeah, as I said, something went wrong.
Yeah.
Body couldn't take too much. This, that, and the third. Because it wasn't like she went to one of these. Like we talked about it before. You know, when my homegirls went down to DR and never came back.
No.
Yeah, my homegirl Sheree, one of the twins that grew up down the street from me, she went down there and never came back.
I remember that.
She was on the news and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember that.
Yeah, and she went to like one of them doctors in DR, and like I think it was DR, or I think it was DR, but like upon further investigation of that particular doctor she went to, my nigga was like the merchant of death, bro. Like he had so many kills under his belt. He's a serial killer almost.
Damn.
And you know, down there,
Doctor Death.
you know, down there, their rules for practicing medicine are different.
Yeah.
Like up here, he'd have been for what Buddy had going on. Up here, they'd have been took his shit.
Yeah, he damn near like a Kevorkian. Motherfuckers trying to beautify their body.
And what it is it ain't that he be like doing bad surgeries, because like she went with another motherfucker, and the other motherfucker came home just fine. But he don't be not doing surgery. You know, up here, if you just have surgery, they'll make you wait a certain amount of time
Before you
for
go.
your body to they don't be asking them questions, bro. They don't be asking
No, he just
previous health history.
cut you up, pack you up, and then ship you off.
Yeah. And in her case, she had some pre-existing health things. She had.
Did she know about that prior before? Yeah.
Yeah. Doing too much. But like I said, if they did their due diligence as a doctor, because you know, even as, of course, you know, she should have known better. But even beyond that, as a doctor, you're supposed to be the one to inform said person if they don't know better.
Right.
You're supposed to be the one to go, well, we can't do that right
Like
now.
you said, their rules and regulations
The
are way
rules is
different.
different.
Yeah.
The rules is different.
So he ain't got to ask nothing. You just bring the money, come on, we cut you open and just send you out.
Basically.
I mean, as harsh as it sounds, that's the reality of it.
So rest in peace to my homegirls, Ray, and then rest in peace to Jackie O. Like I said, there's DC Young Flies. I don't know if they were married or just longtime partner. I know they had 3 young kids together.
Yeah, they had 3 kids.
It's
The way
just,
the tabloids was saying, stating that it was his wife, so
it might be. It might have been.
I'm just, I don't know. So
Yeah. I don't know if it was his wife or it was his longtime partner, but they've been together. They've been rocking. They got 3 kids, so prayers up to him and again them kids, and rest in peace to the lovely young lady.
Yeah. Mine starts out dark.
Yeah.
It's all dark today.
Well, mine ain't the best either as far as uplifting. So
Yeah, I got grave measures. Says a man fatally shot at a cemetery during burial of a 10-year-old gun violence victim.
what?
Yeah.
That's like that one where Buddy came back on the 1-year anniversary of the nigga that he killed and killed that nigga mama. You remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I said, God damn, what type of beef is that?
Serious beef. That's crazy.
This nigga waited at the gravesite for the mama to show up and killed her.
It says,
year later.
A whole year later.
God damn.
It says 2 people have been shot, one fatally at a Maryland cemetery during the burial of a 10-year-old girl who fell victim to gun violence last month. Said it appears Tuesday afternoon shooting at Washington National Cemetery in Prince George's County, just outside of Washington, D.C., stemmed from a dispute totally unrelated to what was going on with the funeral.
Wow.
A
Is that
man,
just some beef?
yeah, it says a man who died from his gunshot wounds and a woman who suffered non-life-threatening injuries were not directly connected to the funeral for the 10-year-old boy. Now, that's the sheriff. It says one person is in custody, and it says the sheriff was in the car. No, the guy, Davis, was in the car. Who? Okay, I guess Davis is a female. Davis was in the car with her family on Mother's Day when she was accidentally hit with a barrage of gunfire.
She was just chilling.
Yeah. So the lady was chilling, but the other guy,
He was the target.
and they don't say no names of him. This was a real short article.
Whew. All right, well, I got these niggas here is dead ass wrong. 3 teens, 3 arrested after allegedly killing and eating New York Village's prize swan.
Took one of mine.
Did I?
I called it Mother Swan.
Yeah. The investigators said the teenagers initially believed the swan was just a very large duck. The, the swan Faye and her four babies were stolen from Manlius,
Manlius,
Swan Pond
the manliest
in
swan.
Manlius, New York, on Saturday. Amon Hudson, 18, of Syracuse, was arrested in connection with Faye's killing. Faye is a swan, huh?
Yeah, Faye the swan.
Okay. Faye's killing, along with 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. Despite eating the swan, the family and friends of the suspect told the police they did not know it was a swan, but thought it was a very large duck. Hudson and other teens have been charged with felony counts of grand larceny and mischief, as well as misdemeanor counts of conspiracy and criminal trespass.
These motherfuckers, man.
These niggas done killed and ate. And what they do with the babies?
They were gonna save them and raise them.
Were they?
Yeah, they said they would, because they asked them, was they gonna, they're called, what are they called, singlets or something like
Yeah.
that? And they were like, what was y'all gonna do with those? And he was like, we were gonna take them home and raise them.
Niggas said, ooh, just caught mama, thought they caught a mama duck.
Now, they caught the duck.
The swan.
It was the trumpet of the swans.
Killed it. Ate it. These niggas here, boy.
Oh man. Sadly, this is my my last current.
Oh no.
It's 200 pounds. The singer model tried to traffic more than 200 pounds of cocaine in an SUV.
Oh.
A singer-songwriter from Van Nuys and her, so I guess it's Van Nuys, California.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I don't know. Here we go. Van Nuys and her fitness influencer friend may be facing federal charges after they were arrested in Alabama last week while allegedly trafficking more than 200 pounds of cocaine. Raquel Dolores Antiola, 34, of Van Nuys, and Melissa Dufour, 36, of Miramar, Florida, were arrested early Thursday while driving on Interstate 10 in Mobile County, Alabama. It says Antiola, a.k.a. Rocky, is a singer and rapper based in Los Angeles, according to her Instagram file. Dufour goes by Who Gives a Fuck, is a witness model, is a fitness model, and the owner and designer of a clothing brand called Sexy Sweets. The sheriff says that the women were driving from Houston to Atlanta in a Ford Expedition with hidden compartments that contained 217 pounds of cocaine valued at about $3 million. It's off with their heads.
Yeah, that's a lot of motherfucking cocaine.
It says the vehicle's back seat was modified with a steel aftermarket compartment. The floor's SUV had also been lowered and welded back together to provide storage room. They're teaching us how to do this shit. The second compartment was located in the back of the SUV where the side panels were hollowed out. The women were taken into custody by the MCSO and U.S. Border Patrol. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security is reportedly attempting to take the women into custody to charge them at the federal level. As of Tuesday afternoon, the women are being held at the Mobile County Metro Jail on cocaine trafficking charges. Fuck their career up. Well, actually, probably made it better.
If they can get out.
Yeah. Jeez, somebody gonna get her out.
If they can
But then
get
she
out.
gonna have to pay that $3 million
God damn.
or however much them 200 motherfuckers cost.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the real problem. I was getting to it though. Wonder if they was just mules, or if they had went and took their ride.
I think they probably took the
If
ride.
they went and picked up for themselves.
Yeah.
Or if they was just mules, if they were just getting paid to deliver.
I don't know. Sound like where they, because she's out at Los Angeles. They wasn't going back there.
Okay.
They was going from what they said, Houston to shit. I just erased the shit. There we go.
I know. I said I talk about it all the time. When I was younger, old head down the street was the man, and I said it before on here, but he was the man. He just kept a real low key profile. Like he Worked at Allison. His whole retired from there, but he was getting them things in. And he used to have these few niggas around all the time. And one of them was like this drunk looking nigga who was always around, never did much of nothing. And then once every 2 months, the nigga would pull up and he'd be all together. He'd be clean, sober, haircut, suit, and he'd pull up in a clean ass Lincoln Town car. And he used to go pick up the bricks. And his disguise was he was a traveling preacher. So the car was immaculate. He'd have his Bible. He'd have his whole shit. He had his clergy pass. He had his whole, and that's how they would get the shit back here.
That's dope.
And that was Buddy's whole job. Buddy didn't hustle. He didn't.
Yeah, there's no room for him to get in trouble.
Yep.
Keep a clean record. You ain't got nothing on your record. You ain't got no priors.
Every couple of months, man, Buddy would make that ride.
You probably been pulled over several times.
Wouldn't doubt it. Every couple of months, man, Buddy would make that ride. And then you see him the next day. He'd be back to, he'd still like have his haircut and shit, but he'd be back to looking dusty. He'd have his drink in his hand and he'd just be over there chilling, doing nothing.
Getting paid.
He got paid for that ride. Yeah. And I'm assuming he made enough money.
Last within 2 months, probably more.
Probably more.
Because all you doing is sitting around chilling. You a little older, shit. Mm-hmm. I can see that.
I remember being a kid like, okay, I see the play. I see the play. What you think they're going to do to John Morant this time, man?
I don't know.
Did you see what Adam Silver just said the other day?
No.
This is a statement from Adam Silver. Adam Silver on John Morant. We've uncovered a fair amount of additional information. We probably could have brought it to a head now, but we've made a conscious decision that it would be unfair to the players and the teams to announce any decision in the middle of the finals.
Right.
Because it's going to take so much attention off of it.
Right.
So we're going to wait till after the finals is over to announce what and if we're going to do with John Morant.
Probably traded his ass.
They gonna do now. They gonna.
Think they gonna take him out the NBA?
They might. They might hit him with some good nice I remember back with when Latrell Sprewell choked that coach. He was suspended from the NBA for 2 years. He couldn't play for 2 years. There's a couple other people that went through year-long suspensions, and so I don't know.
It's hard to tell nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do to him. But I feel like they kind of, whatever they do to him, man, they kind of gotta bust his head open.
Yeah.
Because he was just pretty lenient on you the last time you did that shit. The last time they did that shit, they suspended him for 8 games.
Yeah, something like that.
He had already missed 6 pending the investigation. So they just rolled those in, and he went back after 2 more games. He had to do a little apology tour. He did that interview with Jalen Rose. He went to some, they sent him to he went to some facility. But when that happened, I was really wondering what type of facility would you even go to? It's not like you're have substance abuse. It's not like you got anger management. It's not like
they might have used that as anger management.
Yeah, I mean, this nigga, did he go to stay off of every time you see a fucking camera, don't be an idiot?
He went to a gun safety class for idiots.
He should have went to a motherfucking telephone safety class. Nigga, why do you have to goddammit pull that gun out every time you see a camera rolling?
Cause I'm real, G. He showed me his gun,
real
G.
Motherfucking stupid, boy.
CB4.
Stupid. Real motherfucking stupid, man.
He's about that life.
About to get his ass ruined. About to get his career ruined. So we talking about other niggas whose lives is in jeopardy. Do you remember the nigga YNW Melly? I got murder on my mouth. What the fuck? I'd be so proud of some of my kids than the other ones. No, it's such a range of emotion when it comes to these motherfucking kids. YNW Melly.
What do you do with that?
You know he in jail for supposedly killing his friends or whatever the fuck.
Friends?
Hmm. Supposedly. Still not proven.
Where he from?
Florida.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jacksonville?
I don't remember.
All right.
But now man, the judge. I don't know if he did the shit or not. That's none of my business, right?
Right.
But I'm never for railroad tactics. And his trial is about to start in a second. And the judge did some weird shit, man, and is allowing a 8-4 vote to be used in the guilty not guilty.
8-4?
Because normally you have to get a unanimous.
Yeah. So that sounds like
It sounds like parish laws. Like that's the shit that they be doing in New Orleans.
that's what it sounds like.
That's how Mac was convicted off some bullshit like that.
And they want his ass too.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Because they did like a 10-12 situation with Mac. It's supposed to be a unanimous. One juror can hang up.
Yeah, hung jury.
You
Yeah,
can hang a jury.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for, but
Yeah. So this is a wild night. but the story goes, rapper YNW Melly's murder trial is expected to start the week of June 20th. But before the first juror has been picked, a judge on Friday lowered the threshold for a death sentence. Lowered the threshold for a death sentence should he be convicted. Broward Circuit Judge John Murphy granted the state prosecutor's motion to follow a new law that allows jurors to recommend a death sentence with an 8-4 vote instead of a unanimous vote.
damn.
It's crazy. The push to reduce Florida death penalty threshold was inspired by the convicted Parkland school shooter not getting the death penalty due to a split jury. Melly's best known for his hit song "Murder on My Mind," was arrested on 2 counts of first-degree murder on February 13, 2019. Since then, he's been in Broward Main Jail despite efforts to get released at the height of COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, the 24-year-old's death penalty case is among the first considered after the change. The 8-4 vote to recommend a death sentence is the lowest threshold in the country. And I think that shit's bogus.
It sounds very bogus.
Yeah.
It just sounds like we want to do what the fuck we gonna do anyway.
Man, with not just that law, but with any laws, bro, I hate when the criminal justice system tries not to do its job.
Yeah.
But y'all got a job. That's why I hate RICO cases. Because RICO cases is just them figuring out a way to get people because they don't have a way to get them.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Because in a RICO case, if you can just kind of prove that one or two niggas was doing certain things, and you can just kind of
lump everybody
together, and as opposed to y'all having to actually prove niggas did some shit.
Right. Because some motherfuckers didn't do some shit.
And even if I did, you gotta prove it.
Right.
That's the game.
They don't want to play the game right because they can't solve it.
Yeah, that's the game. It's the cat and mouse game, man. So sometimes the goddamn cat don't get the mouse.
That's why they love when these motherfuckers post shit on videos and Instagrams and whatever.
Man,
because you done told on yourself.
Yeah.
You done told on your motherfucking self.
But yeah, I hate that type of bogus shit, bro.
I understand.
I'm not a fan of.
And cops do the bogus shit too.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not here to decide whether the nigga did it, whether he didn't.
No, I understand that 100%.
I paid close attention to the case, and it's gonna be a tough one to prove. Of course, I don't know everything because I'm not on the prosecutor or the defense. But from what I know, I can't tell from listening to everything that I know whether he did or not to even make like a good call on it.
That's what you're saying.
So they're gonna have to.
You got to do something about it.
They're gonna do some proving.
Hey, they better prove it.
They gotta do some proving.
Do your job, motherfuckers. Quit asking other motherfuckers to help you. We don't gotta help you.
I'll tell you what they didn't have to do no proving about. Young Thug's brother.
I saw that.
Did you see that? Remember we talked about it when they initially locked him back up.
Yeah.
Because, he had took one of those, the Alfred plea, basically the same plea Gunner took.
But he said less shit, right?
Yeah, and I don't think Gunner said much of anything. I don't know. I'm really confused on the whole shit.
You know how they looking at it, so.
Yeah, I'm really confused on the whole shit. But, less than 6 months after it, he got caught with a pistol. And that nigga went to court the other day. Did you see the video? The judge gave that man 9.5 years.
What was he gonna get before?
That's what he was. They gave him his backup time on
that case.
on the probation.
Damn.
Yeah, the lawyer asked for 2 years. The judge said in that motherfucker, he said, your lawyer asked for 2 years. He said, well, I like your lawyer. I like your lawyer a lot. And I respect your lawyer. But you were told very clearly what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing.
Right.
He said, it does no longer seem you are a candidate for probation. You are sentenced to 9.5 years with he had some credit time from sitting in jail on the RICO shit and all this other shit. So I gave him I think it might have been like a year credit maybe.
Right.
So I gotta go do like 8.5 years.
Shit.
This nigga that got locked up on the initial case, released on the initial case, and back locked up before Young Thug has even dealt with the initial case.
Hey, maybe he wanted to go.
Like, ain't no wanted to. He needed to. That's what it seemed like to me. That nigga was determined, boy.
That's what it seemed
That
like.
nigga was determined.
Shit. Tell you what nobody is talking about.
What's that?
It ain't one of my currents or nothing, but it is a current situation that's happening.
What's that?
Why is only the smoke from the wildfires only affecting New York?
I kind of saw something about that.
Ain't there 2 other states above or more states above New York, and it's only happening in New York?
Yeah.
This is coming from Canada.
Well, probably because the air in New York is already so fucked up. I mean, real. It ain't even being funny. I'm not.
I know you wasn't the way it hit.
I know. I know it sounds like I'm being funny, but I'm not. The air in New York is already top tier trash. So if you
Got a wildfire coming
mix
through.
that in, so like a lot of the other places probably has enough like free flowing
because they're not at all the buildings.
air
and
to
shit.
filter it out.
I see what you're saying now.
Because New York's air is already fucked up.
Yeah.
All the buildings, shit not really filtering, all the motherfucking smog from the terrible traffic and all the.
Yeah.
So the air is already shit.
Turned the whole city fucking orange.
Then you mix some shit in with some shit, and you got shitty shit. Because I'm assuming the shit's hitting the same place. But I mean, if you let some shit go, where's a bunch of fields and trees? And
Right.
Trees are filters.
Right.
Trees and shit filter
I'm
that
just saying
shit.
it's coming. Yeah, it's that bad because it's coming through 2 other states. It's got to be Vermont and Maine.
Man, it's probably,
Depending on which way it's coming down.
it's probably coming through that shit. It's probably affecting them, but not
Not
like.
as much. Yeah.
And then it gets to New York and gets that mixture of bullshit. Or, I mean, maybe Mother Nature just dislikes that place as much as I do. Showing them who's boss.
You want to have big buildings?
Yeah, I don't like them niggas, man.
I set a wildfire for your ass.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them niggas. I don't like this shit. Drop it down on them niggas.
Is you the illest nigga in New York, fool?
You bad it, fool. Let's take a break.
Sound good.
We're gonna take a break. We back like cook crack. You understand me? Turn your 4 into a 9. Turn your 9 into a 14. You understand me? Microwave whipper, baby. My bad. Just relive my heyday.
You got a flashback. It's PSTD.
Put that Pyrex in that microwave, hit that motherfucker a little bit, pull that cookie out, drop that bitch on the napkin, hit that motherfucker with the whippy wham, put it back in there a little more cook. Put that motherfucker back out here with the ice cubes, hit it with that shock. Pull the rest of that shit out too, you understand me? Turn your 4 into a 9, you hear me? That's how everybody balled. Oh man. Alright, I got one for you, bro. Tennessee man arrested for allegedly robbing a mail carrier at gunpoint to get a package of marijuana that wasn't dropped off at his home.
Damn.
He's quoted, "I don't want to hurt you, but I have a package with a lot of dope in it, and I need that package." That's what he told the mailman. Tyrone Morris, 27, was charged with aggravated robbery, according to reports. A postal letter carrier was delivering mail May 6 about 1:30 p.m. at an apartment complex. She noticed a man watching her from a distance wearing a dark mask. He ran up on her and pulled a gun from his waistband and said, "I don't want to hurt you, but I have a package with a lot of dope in it, and I need that package." A police report said the man also demanded she give him the arrow key. What is that? Giving access to the apartment complex's mailboxes.
Oh, the big key.
Yeah, the big one. He reportedly later admitted to the crime. His bond was set at $100,000.
Damn.
That nigga package didn't show up. That nigga got to tweaking.
Got a lot of dope.
Got a lot of dope in that motherfucker.
Got a lot of dope.
It's unspecified how much dope was a lot of dope.
It's a lot of dope.
It was a lot of.
It's enough to make me come out here and put you at gunpoint,
Yeah.
bitch.
Bunch of the devil's lettuce was in that motherfucker. You hear me?
What part of Tennessee did it say?
It did not say. It did not say. Then I just found this story right before we started recording. So I don't know if this lady could have been a fickle, or I don't know if I agree with her. But we about to find out together. I saw the video, but I don't know what made it take place.
All right.
An Ohio mom accused of Pepper Spring Elementary School principal
Wow.
indicted on assault and trespassing charges. I seen the video. They was pushing before I even read the story. They was like getting her out to school,
Yeah.
and so she was outside the door. The principal was inside the door, and it looked like another teacher.
All right.
She was outside the door cussing and fussing, and then she just stuck her hand inside the door and maced that principal all in his shit. Got him good. Then she tried to mace the teacher sitting next to him, but it looked like it ran out.
Wow.
And I'm assuming she's mace happy because she's already done this a few times, but that thing was empty.
Yeah, hell yeah. It takes a minute for that shit to
That's what
clear.
I'm saying. She done maced the shit off. Look at her face. She done maced some motherfuckers before.
Yeah, somebody that makes her.
Yeah. That is the face of a woman who don't give a fuck about macing nobody. But we about to find out. Jessica Howes, 27, was indicted Thursday on 2 assault charges, both felonies, and 1 misdemeanor criminal trespassing charge. Howes turned herself in to the police about 2 hours after the incident.
Oh, okay.
Howes allegedly tried to get into the school just before 9 a.m. that day through an unauthorized entry door and was arguing and yelling obscenities. The principal went to go see what was going on when Howes allegedly swore at him and shouted, "That's the guy I want. When he tried to pull the door shut, Howes allegedly sprayed him in the face with pepper spray. The incident was all caught on school surveillance cameras. It was, and I still don't know why she tried to do that.
That's crazy.
But she was there early in the morning on bullshit. I'm assuming something happened with her kid, and she was there to try and get on somebody's ass. She done maced the principal, nigga.
She should have got on the kid's ass.
Yeah.
What she should have done, sat in the car with her kid, had him point out the kid, and then do that from there.
Yeah.
But, you know, she want to take it into her own hands and be super mama.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So I said I wanted to make her. I didn't know whether to make her a figure or make her anything, because I don't know. She might have had justification.
Yeah, they never said what her reason or motive was, so.
But I just saw that video, bro. She maced the shit out of Buddy. He didn't see it coming at all, nigga. She hit him full eyes, bro.
Damn.
Full eyes. Full motherfucking
That's
eyes.
fucked up.
Well, with that being all the current, you know what time it is.
It's time for them Florida men.
Florida.
I got a leaving Florida restaurant.
Okay.
So a high school softball player was stabbed 15 times by her ex
Christ.
while leaving a Florida restaurant. Says a Florida high school softball star and her mother were brutally stabbed by the teenager's ex-boyfriend as they were leaving the restaurant to avoid him.
To avoid him? Oh, so they had saw him and was trying to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, it says the stabbing described by the St. John's sheriff as a targeted attack occurred Saturday afternoon in the parking lot of a Mr. Chubby Wings restaurant.
I want to eat there.
I never heard of it.
Me either.
This is in Puerto Verde.
But you got to have some goddamn nice portionable size wings.
We call Chubby Wings.
We call chubby wings.
You probably got them steroid chickens.
God, chicken. Me some steroid chickens.
Says the teenager identified by the family as Madison Shimmets or Skimmets was eating at the restaurant with her mother, Jackie Road, and friends when they saw the ex-boyfriend seated nearby.
Stalker.
Probably. Rogue was in the process of obtaining a restraining order against her daughter's ex, Spencer Ross Pearson. This is out of Jacksonville.
Spencer was on that nonsense.
Yeah, it says in April he began to follow and harass the girl. Shimmets or Skimmets, 17, and her mother left the restaurant to avoid contact with Pearson, who was 18. Seconds later, he was seen charging towards a juvenile victim and her mother as they walked toward their vehicle. Pearson held Skimmets with one arm and stabbed her approximately 15 times.
Jesus. He got the pimp the Pope bandit.
This is says one of the victims told the investigators this. It says her mother tried to intervene and was stabbed by Pearson in the forehead and leg.
God damn.
He also stabbed a bystander who ran to help Shimmets and her mother. The bystander was able to dislodge Pearson, who began cutting his own throat, and told witnesses he was trying to kill himself.
Jesus.
The victims and the
Jesus.
cut his own throat. The victims and the suspect were hospitalized following the incident, which left Shimmets with life-threatening injuries. This is a page created to raise money for the family's medical bills. Describes Shimmets as a rising senior at Point Vedra High School, a star athlete, and a sister to 5 siblings.
They lived though.
Let's see.
Except for their hospital bills.
Says her mother says Madison has 2 chest tubes and a spinal cord injury.
Jesus.
But she's a fighter. Please continue to please continue to pray for her. She says, I'm about to go into surgery. My muscles were severed from the bone on my hand.
God damn. Yeah, she was putting up a fight.
And the status of the bystander was unknown. Pearson was charged with 2 counts of attempted premeditated murder and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. He was served an arrest warrant in the hospital where he remains as of Tuesday. He was ordered not to have contact with the victims or to hold any firearms, the warrant said, which noted he must wear a GPS monitor.
They let him out on bond.
I guess when they... I think this is prior.
Oh, okay. Because he was already fucked up. That's why they was doing the restraining order and shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Some of them niggas, man, be. Bro, I tell the story all the time.
Somebody raised by their mama.
I tell the story all the time, bro. I never forget this shit. I seen this nigga, bro. This was early 2000 sometime.
Mm.
I was in CCA, the Marion County Jail too.
Mm.
You know, it's privately owned, so it's kind of ran more like a prison than it is in Marion County. Like when you get over to CCA, you're in a whole nother thing. And so something had happened, and it was a it was a overcrowding
Overpopulated,
situation. Yeah, and so they let motherfuckers with like non-violent felonies and like misdemeanors and shit out. Like I was in there. They revoked my bond. They revoked my bond, and so I had like 3 months to my next court date, and I had been in there like a month and a half. And one day the motherfucker called my name, and I thought they had called my name because I had signed up for like some library shit just to get out the block
Okay.
every once in a while. So I thought that it went through. So I would go over to the door. He like, nah. I said, pack your baggage. I said, pack my baggage. Okay. I packed my baggage. Go to the thing. I think they moving me to another block.
Yeah.
Go out there, motherfuckers. There's a bunch of them. They're like, nah, y'all been released. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, we been released? They're like, yeah, overcrowding. And my shit was just drugs. I didn't have no violence on my shit at the
Right.
time. At that time, I didn't have any violent, like, arrests at all. I just drugs. So, and I wasn't. It wasn't like a fresh case. It was an older case, and I had violated my bond rule, my bond stipulations, and they revoked my bond.
Right.
So they let us all back out, and I think they let out like 300 of us that day. And I was like, next this nigga came out my block. I knew the nigga in my block. I ain't know him that well, but I knew him, and he was, you know, we talking this and the third, blah 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 blah. 3 days later, bro, I get the paper. This nigga got out that night and went and killed the girl that he was in there. This was when, and it may still be true right now. You know, like your first domestic is a misdemeanor.
I don't know. Yeah. Sure.
Your first domestic, as long as it's not crazy, is a misdemeanor.
Okay.
It can still keep you from getting a gun permit and shit like that because it's a violent crime. So
Right.
it's like it's an assault. But your first one's a misdemeanor. So he just kind of fell underneath the misdemeanor because it was non-violent felonies and misdemeanors that kind of got released out. People that had bonds that just couldn't afford to pay them and let that nigga out. Man, that nigga went that night or the next night and killed that girl. And I saw that paper in the gas station, and it's the first time I've ever bought a newspaper in my life because I caught it out the corner of my eye and I recognized Buddy
Right.
from the front page. So I was just next to this thing. I pulled it for. I said, "Oh my God!"
Never know what's going through the next person's head.
And he had been in there for like, I think he had been in there for like 4 months at the time.
Damn.
Yeah. This nigga immediately got out. Did not take 1 second to appreciate any level of freedom.
Out there that same night.
And killed that girl.
That's sad, man.
And killed that girl, bro. And all right.
Sad.
My bad for the random tangent. Florida man arrested after he pointed a gun at a woman's head and allegedly threatened to kill her because her friend backed into his driveway.
Oh.
Wanted to make him a fecal, but he,
Stood his ground.
yeah,
I mean, not to say
not
it like
really,
that.
yeah. Terry Verses, 60, was arrested Saturday after his own security camera showed him confronting a woman in the middle of the street and pointing a gun at her. The victim and her friend were driving. The victim and her friend was driving. Told deputies that let's call this nigga Terry. That Terry stormed out of his home, yelling at them while armed with a gun. Terry was apparently upset that the Ford driver had briefly used his driveway to back up. Terry reportedly thought that the man in the car was his neighbor, whom he had had multiple disputes in the past,
Oh,
but it turned out not to be the case. The driver's female friend, who was standing nearby, then approached Terry to confront him, at which time he pointed the gun at her head. Terry says he pointed the gun at the woman because he said she was walking towards his property while yelling and waving her hands in his face. The victim told the cops that Terry threatened to shoot and kill her. He was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without the intent to kill and has had his bond set at $50,000.
damn.
And this nigga's own security cameras.
Caught everything.
Yeah. That's you see the clips from the cameras, him walking out with the gun, him yeah. His own security cameras set him up.
Yeah, he thought he was going to tear his neighbor up.
He was on him and his neighbor must have real beef.
Oh, they got real neighbor wars.
They got neighbor wars, nigga.
That's crazy.
I hope your next Florida man ain't my Florida man.
Is it boiling water?
Nope.
All
All
right,
right, good. Because I got a good one. This nigga.
All
here.
right. I got boil the water. Excuse me. Florida couple allegedly kept 5-year-old in cage, forced another child to drink boiling water
Why is this not a fecal?
because they get worse. A Florida couple faces dozens of charges for allegedly partaking in a brutal pattern of child neglect, abuse, and torture against children in their home. The Volusia Sheriff's Office said the situation began when Tyler B. Schaefer, 28, called deputies after getting a gut feeling that her boyfriend, 32-year-old Sean M. Stone, was abusing her 5-year-old child. She called 911 after checking surveillance video and confirming the abuse, according to deputies. Sheriff Mike Chitwood said Stone punched, kicked, and beat the child with a mop handle for having an accident.
He's a different type of dirt.
It says he was initially arrested on a charge of aggravated child abuse, but as detectives investigated the situation, they learned that the abuse was more than they initially thought. Deputies said the surveillance video showed instances of the 5-year-old being beaten and bound with his hands behind his back for hours in the day leading up to the 911 call.
5-year-old?
Yeah, it says in one incident, his hands were bound behind his back from 6:43 p.m. one evening until 2:02 p.m. the following day.
What the fuck?
Wow. On another occasion,
And she just had a feeling that he was being abused?
yeah, just a feeling. It says on another occasion, his legs, feet, arms, and torso were bound for at least an hour while Stone stood over him. Stone was also seen beating the already injured child on cameras while Schaefer was seen telling the victim to stand up. See, so no gut feeling.
Yeah, no gut feeling.
Schaefer was also seen mopping up the area where the child was beaten with the mop handle on the day she called 911.
Yeah, it just got too much for her.
Yeah, it says video taken in other parts of the home recorded the sounds of violence as the child was continuously beaten, deputies said. It says ultimately the investigation revealed multiple recordings of the victim receiving beatings while Schaefer was present in the house, as well as several instances where he was visibly injured and limping in her presence, but received no care or medical attention. It says when the child was taken to a hospital for treatment, doctors and nurses discovered the 5-year-old suffered 46 visible injuries, internal injuries, and a fractured skull. Goddamn. Yeah, they should have been fecals. But it gets worse. Through interviews and the examination of the text messages, detectives learned that the couple kept the 5-year-old in a dog cage and starved him. They also learned that an older child was forced to drink boiling water sprayed with...
What?
Yeah, was forced to drink boiling water, sprayed with boiling water, and beaten with several household objects. This child also was said to be a witness to the brutal abuse heaped upon the 5-year-old.
Man, what the fuck?
It says after conducting their investigation, the sheriff charged Stone with an additional 23 charges for repeated acts of abuse and neglect. And Schaefer also faces 25 charges for not intervening or reporting the instances of abuse. According to detectives, as of Monday, she was taken into custody.
They locked her ass up too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, see, it seemed like to me, while you was reading, I just didn't want to cut you off.
No, you good.
It seemed like to me,
He beats her too.
no, she knew that shit was coming to a head, and she was trying to get in front of it, and seemed like
try to catch the bullet.
Yeah. And nah, bitch, you was complicit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You was
You don't
complicit.
stand there and watch that shit.
And like my thing with that type of shit, because I'm pretty sure a nigga that violent, I'm pretty sure he was whooping her ass too.
Oh yeah, he definitely was whooping her ass.
But my thing is, if you decide to stay with a motherfucker that's whooping your ass, that's your business. But you don't get to goddamn subject them kids to that shit.
Hell no, man. Never.
Yeah, that's my stance on. Ever since I remember being like in the streets and shit, my code of conduct was kids and old folks. It's off limits.
Always.
If you was a kid, you ain't done nothing to deserve any of this.
None.
If you was an old person, whatever you did, you made it past it. I won't be the motherfucker to bring that shit up.
Right.
You get a pass from me. Everybody in the middle.
It's free for all.
I remember my rule when I was about, a youngster. I was a youngster. My rule was 16 to 60. 16 to 60, I do something to you. Under 16, over 60,
Just have it.
you got to pass.
Get on away from here.
Get on now.
Scat.
Remember I had an old white man called me a nigga one time. I said, man, you have a good day, sir. Like,
Obviously, this ain't your first nigga.
and I mean, this is it. And he was old, dude. He was 70s, 80s probably. And I was 18, 19. I was, you know how wild I was back then. But that motherfucker said, so that motherfucker called me nigga. I just looked at him and laughed. And he looked at me like, this nigga laughing. I said, man, have a good day, sir, man. I said, I hope your day gets better, man. He looked at me like, what? I just shook her hand and walked off.
He probably hankering for an ass whooping.
Yeah.
He probably wanted one.
He probably, the way he said it, he,
Come on. I called it. I said it.
because you know how I was back then. Never had a shirt on, always high off drugs, cocaine and pills and shit, guns and shit all over me. They had covered in tattoos. Bruh, this was before being covered in tattoos and looking crazy was a thing.
Yeah.
Nigga, this is me and the bikers were the only niggas covered in tattoos like that.
Yeah, not even NBA players.
No. I remember like the only like rappers that had tattoos was Tupac,
Yeah.
Master P and C Murder.
Oh yeah, I'm damn near all No Limit. Head crew.
But like even them, they just had the stereotypical, chest,
Yeah,
stomach,
up
arm.
above the sleeve.
Bro, I was covered. I've had tattoos on my hands and shit since I was a teenager. Yeah, that was man called me a nigga. I said, you got it, OG, man. Go ahead. I thought in my head, both you have mixed grandchildren.
Probably do.
Probably do. All right, I got a doozy for you.
Call a nigga in the bathroom. I just took one of you.
Florida man. I did my what's it called on this one. Florida man arrested after video shows him robbing a phone repair store with a box on his head.
No. I got to hear this shit.
Look at the picture, brother.
He don't even have eye holes.
Because that's how he gets caught. Because at some point in time, he lifts the box up. Because he can't see.
Oh my God.
A robber tried to disguise himself by wearing a box on his head, only to reveal himself to security cameras as he pulled it up to get a better look. The
Idiot.
thief initially my goddamn eyes. He initially managed to get away with about 19 phones and $8,000 in cash after raiding the phone repair store. After collecting the footage, the store owners found the thief's house. Found the thief hours later drinking at a liquor store and called the police, who arrested the man.
Damn.
This is in Jacksonville.
You couldn't even just go somewhere and chill?
They knew who that nigga was. Bro, them people be knowing the people that come in there all the time, or the people that they see.
That's why you don't shit where you eat.
Yeah, I know the phone repair niggas down this motherfucking way. They know me. They know my kids. My son went in there one day and tried to get his phone fixed, and they told him a crazy ass price. He's like, man, I'm Casper's son, bro. Motherfucker was like, give me $150. That's been a bunch of people know who these people are right here, bro. As much as
As much as you frequent the place, they're gonna get to know you.
Yeah, but saying, this is as much as they come into our neighborhood and take out of it, they are still in our neighborhood. The people at the gas station know who you are. They know everybody's face.
I'm just tired of these motherfuckers. Every time I say what's your name, they tell me sing.
Sing?
Sing.
Like vocals?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that's their community called the sing community as well.
Ah.
But I'm like, I already know that. Like, what's your real name, bro? Oh, just call me Sing. Every time.
Yeah, no.
Every one of them.
What's your name?
Except for Lucky. Lucky was cool. But other than that, everybody else is Sing.
And them niggas be from all over the place, bro. They
Yeah, I know. But most of them be Punjabi.
Like my one man, he owns the Metro PCS around the corner. I hadn't talked to him in a while. He hit me up the other day just to check in and say what's up with me. He's back in Africa.
Oh shit!
Visiting his family and shit.
That's dope.
Yeah,
can't beat that.
Because his brother was trying to call me and I wasn't answering the phone.
Weird number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he hit me like, bro, my brother's trying to get in touch with you because I haven't waiting on something up there. My brother's trying to get in touch with you. But me and him talk so much, I got the main niggas like number saved on my phone, so
right.
I wasn't answering that weird ass number. He like, nah, bro, I'm back in Africa, man, doing some visiting with my family. So, didn't know you were from Africa, but all right.
Right. I feel you on that.
Yeah, them niggas be from, but they, like I said, they know who.
They know who's who and who's what.
Yeah, they went and found a nigga at the liquor store and called the law. This is him. This is Boxhead. This nigga didn't even think to cut eye holes in this shit so he could see. This nigga just put the box on his head.
I can see if he even took one of the little flaps and did like that.
Yeah. This nigga lifted it up off his head to see what was going on and put it back.
Yeah, he probably wear the same fucking clothes all the time too. So he just I just put this box on my head. They ain't gonna know me. Nigga, they know your funk. They know when you come around. It's like when a nigga leave the room, he leave his funk. He be like, hey, was such and such in here? Yeah. Why you give me that look?
It was this girl at the gym the other day. And I call her my ugly baby, right? Cause she's ugly. But she got a mean body.
Understood.
So I call her my ugly baby. Like, not to her face, but like, she'll walk in, I'm like, oh shit, they go my ugly baby. And niggas always laugh. Like, it's my ugly baby. Nigga, I went over there by her.
Ooh, it just got even uglier.
Bro, that motherfucker had the pig pen dust, the cloud.
The aura of dust.
The aura of filth and stink and disgusting. That motherfucker just surrounded her. Ooh. I said, God damn, you ugly and you stink.
Yeah, two things that don't go together.
Yeah, I mean, it was never like I was going to say anything to her in the first place, but even if for some odd reason I decided to, I'm not saying that shit now.
Was it must or butt?
Both. And it smelled old.
Oh.
It smelled like old mustard butt.
Pulled out the clothes from the basement washer that were hanging up out down there.
Old musty butt. Old must butt.
I see missing was mothballs.
And then like a dirt aroma.
Oh. The earthy. That earthy smell.
Yeah. Real earthy. Real earthy. Maybe think she had that 70s porn cooch.
Nothing but bush.
Yeah. I don't know no machetes.
So you don't go on Sarah
Nah, hell no. Nah, hell no. If it's too much grass on the field, I will not play ball. I put a motherfucker. I said I put a motherfucker out of my house before for showing up with that.
You said you could fall back into it like a Homer Simpson.
Right? Yeah. Now I'm falling away. You know, you be seeing them like the memes and shit on like social media. Who be like, real niggas don't give a fuck about stretch marks and this, that, and third. It's certain shit that I care about. Yeah. And one thing is that motherfucking snappy nappy dugout, bro. I done put women out of my home before for showing up with that motherfucker all out of bounds. I ain't saying that motherfucker gotta be completely shaven, but you don't care to do anything to it. That motherfucker growing all down your legs and you just letting your soul glow all out your drawers. Just let your soul. You just, oh, so silky smooth. You just letting it shine through.
Just fucking up draws. Just fucking them up.
I mean, I can count at least 5. I'm like, man, I fucking pulled. I'm like, why you bring that over here to me? Put your clothes back on. What you mean? Put your clothes back on. You must be gay. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gay at all. I love vagina, just not that one.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
I can't find it to do nothing to it.
This shit is Jumanji.
Yeah. You gotta try to go through the Serengeti to get no goddamn pussy out. The hell? Then have you ever, I know we're on a random tangent, but have you ever, like I remember back, this is one of the things that made me like never want that shit ever again. When I was younger, you know, a nigga didn't give a fuck. Right. You ever hitting a motherfucker who had that going on and they had that real bad grade of hair and you was getting to it and that motherfucker came out a little too far and when you went to put that motherfucker back in, them motherfuckers clawed your shit up on the side. It was like a goddamn demon hand was on that motherfucker scratching the side of my... Bruh. Look at my complexion, bro. When I got done, my shit looked like a goddamn fire pop. Nigga,
it's purple.
Yeah,
purple and red.
And at the time, I was cheating. So I had to take this old scarred up joint back home and try to avoid my lady.
Worst. That's terrible.
Bro, never again.
I had to stop an older chick one time. And what I don't understand is she was on her way to work. Told me to come over. I was fresh out the bath. Bent over. Whoa.
That motherfucker hit you.
Whoa. To the point where I got called a minute man because I stopped. I was like, nah, you something's wrong. Something's wrong with you. So, it's not me.
I got a quick story. I'll leave all names and things out of this motherfucker. So I got a homeboy who knows how I get down with the ladies, you know, and this is years back, so anybody that's listening, I'm not talking about right now. So, but he used to come through and chill with me and shit, and his girl would be with him, and his girl had a cousin who, you know how that goes. I got somebody for you.
Yeah.
So boom. So after I'm busy. So after like miscommunications and times not matching up. We finally get together. Like we plan out a time. We get together. This motherfucker come over this motherfucker and that motherfucker ain't right. Right? That motherfucker come over, that motherfucker is not right. So like you said, I got to it. But I put no emphasis on staying there. Like I went somewhere else in my head, got it done real quick because I didn't want to waste a nut.
Nah, I couldn't do nothing.
I locked in. I locked in, threw my head this way. Got it done. So he calls me up one night. We all drunk. He's drunk. I'm drunk. We're on the phone laughing and joking. And she says something to me in the background. And I don't respond. And he like, shit, nigga. She told me you was a minute man anyways. I said, she tell you she intentionally brought me some funky pussy over here?
Ooh.
He said, huh? I said, bruh, I can
It's always
excuse.
one-sided.
I said, bruh, I can excuse after the club. I can excuse if I just catch you on a humbug. You've been doing your thing all day and we just happen to get frisky in it and it goes, I can. But
Yeah.
when we plan this out,
She should have known.
you made the time.
It was at Martin. Wash, wash, wash.
Yeah, you made the time. You said I'll be there at 1:30. You woke up that morning
She said, I'm put this on the crock pot.
and did not take care of that situation
It's definitely
and brought it over here to me funky.
on the crock pot.
I told him, I said, tell her why she intentionally bring me some funky pussy over this motherfucker.
Brought you that durian.
He got me on speakerphone. Everybody cracking up. She's like, nigga, you got me fucking up. No, I don't. I said, no, I don't. I said, see, the thing is, I said, you knew that little raggedy pussy was funky, so you thought I was going to get on the phone and tell him.
And so you beat the gun.
So you went and tried to beat the gun and call me a minute man.
That's what I figured.
But I'm the nigga that don't tell nobody secrets. So I was never going to say anything to anyone about that. We just wasn't going to be rotating anymore.
Right.
But no.
Now you fucked it up for yourself. You could have been with somebody else. Now you fucked it up for yourself.
So I went into great details about how funky your shit was. And her cousin over there laughing like, God damn, girl, something. Yeah, because I don't tell nobody secrets, and I don't embarrass nobody.
Right. That is embarrassing. Some pH balances off than other ones.
A whole array of things can happen to that thing to make that happen.
Right.
It was just a little too rough for me to go back and try it again.
Yeah.
And
So it wasn't your flavor.
And I didn't like her enough to try it again.
I understood.
See, because I'll give a motherfucker, you got
A redemption chance.
You got maybe 3 times, depending on how much I like you, to show up with that motherfucker the right way. Like I said, I can excuse all types of. Some days just ain't your day.
That wasn't her day that day.
But it was bad.
Said even with a shower or a bath.
It was bad. It was too bad for any day to be her day. Not with me. Not with me. I saw her not too long ago. She got a kid and shit now. I said, either she got it under control or some nigga said, fuck it.
Hey. He might have been worse.
She had a fat old ass too, and it made me feel bad when that happened. I said, man, all this ass smell like unkept ass.
So big it'll make a grown man cry.
Yeah, they did. I had to throw my head. I had to get out the way of the wolf. The wolf.
The woof.
I had to get out the way of that motherfucker. Yeah.
Hit y'all up in your nostrils.
Yeah,
Holding back tears and shit.
Twerk wind stunk.
Twerk hair.
Yeah, twerk hair. Or sit down there.
You see that video where the chick was bouncing in front and she kept moving her, and she kept pushing. She's like, man, look, you stink.
I saw one that was they was in the club and dude was clearly like the nigga that was, I don't know if it was a birthday party or something.
Yeah.
But he was kind of like in like a throne type chair, and the chick was like, she like straddled him and was dancing.
Yeah.
And the nigga she was dancing. It wasn't like a stripper, it was a regular motherfucker. She was dancing, and the nigga leaned over like, so like her back is right here and his face is right here. And nigga's recording her, and she goes, she stinks. She stinks.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Twerk wind stunk. We went on a few little random things there, but I believe that's the end of Florida, man.
That's the end of Florida, man.
It is the end of Florida, man. You want to take a break and
Yeah, we do the
come back and do the
melanators and the
melanators
weeklies.
in the weeklies? I got 4 of them weeklies.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, no melanated, but I got 4 of them weeklies.
I got 3 of them.
So this is about to be a fecal fiasco.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's break time now.
All right.
Alright. We back. It's time for these time for melanated.
Melanated. You got any?
No, I do
Okay,
not.
I got 2. They real
Got
quick.
2. Brother got some positivity he found, and I appreciate that shit.
I got 5 black political figures.
Okay.
So there are 5 black political figures in the 2024 presidential race.
I seen Cornel West said he was gonna run.
I I think he's one of them. Hold on.
I saw that
Yeah,
the
he's
other
one.
day. Yeah, I saw Cornel West was gonna run. Cornel West be talking that shit.
So they started out with Senator Tim Scott. He's a Republican.
Okay.
He's from South Carolina. He's a South Carolina senator, and he launched his bid for the Republican nomination for president in May, ending months of speculation of whether or not he would be running.
Okay.
And he said he's the only black Republican in the U.S. Senate, and he's looking to broaden the appeal of the GOP and police reform. Then you have Larry Elder of the Republican Party, which I don't understand why they said what they said about dude before. But says though Scott is the most prominent black Republican running for president so far, he was not the first to throw his hat in the ring. Conservative radio host Larry Elder announced his bid for president in April. Says at the time, Elder told Tucker Carlson during an interview, he said, "I feel I have a moral, a religious, and a patriotic duty to give back to a country that's been so good to my family and me." All right. And we got Kanye West.
Fucking asshole.
Running independent, and we don't got to read his shit, but he's one of them. Dr. Cornel West of the People's Party. It says Dr. Cornel West announced on Monday that he's running for president as the candidate for the People's Party, though primarily known for his academic work at Harvard and Princeton and his activism. West is no stranger to presidential politics. In the past, he offered harsh criticism of then President Barack Obama and supported Senator Bernie Sanders' bid to win the 2016 Democratic nomination. So now that he's a candidate himself, West is He's doing a progressive platform that includes fighting to end poverty, mass incarceration, ending wars, and ecological collapse, guaranteeing housing, health care, education, and living wages for all.
You be talking some good shit.
And then you got Vice President Kamala Harris, who's going to be running.
Is she?
Yeah, it says, to be clear, Kamala Harris is not. Oh, okay, hold on. She's not running for president. She has rejoined Biden as his 2024 running mate.
Okay.
So why would they say 5? But however.
Because she's still a running mate.
Yeah. But, we all know who she is.
Yeah.
And then,
I don't see why, though, because she's been non-present.
She shut up after a couple years.
She didn't make it a couple years.
Huh?
She didn't make it a couple years.
Just a year and a half?
She did most of her speaking during the...
the running.
The running. I think she might have had like an active 6 months, and then she went the fuck away.
Yeah, she did.
I ain't seen her in...
Yeah, she ain't even getting old. Like how Biden is falling everywhere.
Nah, she's somewhere else. I think them niggas be sick of them niggas, because Buddy did the same shit with Trump. The nigga from here, Pence.
True.
Pence got the fuck up. The first time that nigga told him he grabbed a bitch by the pussy,
Yeah.
that nigga Pence went away.
And then he got railroaded almost by
Yeah.
Trump. And then, let's see, I got the next one from Melanated. I call it Beat It.
Okay.
This is also out of Florida. Florida high school graduate received scholarship to NYU after beating cancer.
Good job.
It says, with the help and support from the Tom Coughlin J Fund, a high school cancer survivor received a college scholarship. Aya Osman, 18, was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 12 after her older sister discovered a lump on her neck. Osman went through 1 round of chemo every 3 weeks for 6 months and has since been in remission for 2 years. It was malignant. The scans were necessary, but it was also quite scary, she says. She dove into her hobbies and interests as a way to take her mind off the life-changing diagnosis. She says her mother would bring in her laptop to chemo treatment so that she wouldn't fall behind in her schoolwork. So it was a hard time, and the Thomas Coughlin J Fund Foundation provided Osmond the means to achieve her goals of completing higher education without worrying about medical bill expenses. And it says since remission, Osmond has succeeded at Ridgeview High School, graduating summa cum laude, president of Beta Club, a member of Mu Alpha Theta, Science Honor Society, Debate and Multicultural Club. Damn.
She kicking
Yeah.
ass.
Osmond also spread her time between Earth Club, College Readiness, Future Business Leaders of America. I've heard of that. The academic team and the senior board, embracing all, embracing all that her school had to offer. She achieved a spot on the Spanish Honor Society, and was an IB diploma candidate.
Mm.
Yep, and it says in August she would start her freshman year at NYU with a major in biology.
She ain't playing no games.
Nah, she ain't come to play no games.
No games. You hear me?
And that's all for Melanated Mag, everybody.
Right.
A little bit of positivity to all this negativity about to come on up.
Yeah, because we got a fecal fiasco.
Oh,
You
it's
hear
gonna be
me?
shitty.
You hear me? You okay? Well, you want me to kick it off?
Go ahead.
Alright, let's see what we got. Texas man kills his ex.
Nope, don't got that. Okay.
Texas man allegedly kills woman he used to talk to, air quotes, after girlfriend told him to smoke her.
Huh? The girlfriend told him to smoke?
Yeah. According to reports, officers responded to a shooting around 1 a.m. on May 20th. Investigators learned that the victim, Kirsten Cooper, was shot after getting into an argument with Brianna Martin, who became upset because Cooper used to talk to her boyfriend, Gabriel Nunez. Martin police said called Nunez over during the fight and reportedly told him to smoke Cooper. Nunez then allegedly grabbed a handgun, tucked it in his waistband, and shot Cooper 2 times through the windshield. Both suspects were charged with murder, while Nunez also faces a single charge of unlawfully carrying a weapon.
Now, who else want to fuck with Hollywood Cole? That's crazy. Ah, man. Was that all for that one?
That's it.
Alright, so I got homeless unprovoked.
Okay.
Homeless woman attacks child, slashes man who jumps in to help. It's, of course, it was,
I had 3 of them.
okay. So this, of course, was caught on video. It says dramatic video captures the moment a homeless woman with a knife attacks a young girl in South Los Angeles before bystanders step in. The good Samaritan who intervened was slashed in the face by the attacker while saving the girl. Surveillance video captured the May 26th attack, which happened on South Main Street near 87th Street just before 8 a.m. So damn, early in the morning. She was on demon time.
Damn, 8 in the morning? 7 something in the morning? On straight bullshit.
Boy. The young girl was walking to school when video shows the homeless woman suddenly striking the girl and grabbing her before wrestling her to the ground. The Good Samaritan, John Arias, is seen running over to intervene. He pushes the attacker off the girl and holds the woman down until authorities arrive. He said he spotted the attack while he was parking his car nearby. The woman was armed with a box cutter and slashed his face during the altercation. It says, I saw the homeless person just past me strike the little girl in the face. That's when I ran over to help. Along the way, the homeless person proceeded to take out a weapon, and before I could find out what that was, I went for a takedown, and I was slashed in the face. His friend, Victor Camarina, who was across the street, heard the commotion and came over to help him. But at this point, he was already badly injured. So by the time, I'm reading that shit. It says, Reyes said he was thinking of his own young daughter while he was rescuing the little girl. And he feels thankful he was in the right place at the right time. He said his parental instinct kicked in, which compelled him to act quickly. It said the young girl appeared a bit shocked and dazed following the attack, but she was unharmed and was able to continue walking to school. The homeless woman was arrested by LAPD, but so far it is unknown whether any charges were filed.
Wow.
And that's just the lighthearted one.
All right. Well, is that it?
Yeah, that's it for her.
All right. Usually we try real hard not to give figures to kids.
Uh-oh. What you got?
Usually.
This motherfucker must did something.
There's two of them.
Oh. You got two different?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's two in the same.
In the same one.
A 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. And they are certified.
Oh, let's hear these goons out. They showed me their guns, G.
Two sisters, ages 14 and 12, allegedly killed mom in a vicious attack days after she took away their phones.
Oh. Not the phones.
And these are black kids.
What? Oh.
Two adolescent girls, ages 14 and 12, are accused of fatally stabbing their mother, of fatally shooting their mom, and stabbing her in the back. Authorities and family members said Erica Hall, 32, was found laying bloody and unresponsive in the front yard of her Mississippi mobile home on Friday. Authorities believe she was stabbed multiple times in the back with a shot multiple times in the back with a small caliber handgun inside of her mobile home by two of her children before stumbling outside the front lawn. Authorities also say 14-year-old Amanya Hall and 12-year-old sister allegedly tried to run over their mom with a car.
Damn.
Earlier in the week.
Earlier in the week? I was like, she had signs. They would have been at grandma's house. I'm just saying.
Nigga. So they shot her at the back. She stumbled out, and then they ran out that motherfucker and poked her.
Where'd they get the gun?
I don't know, probably hers.
I mean, it is probably hers, but I mean, kids these days, you never know.
Ain't no telling.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So she already knew what he in Mississippi, so I'm pretty sure she know how to handle a gun.
Yeah.
Age of 14. Yeah, you gotta be on alert.
Yeah.
They didn't say what city?
No.
Okay. Fuck.
No.
That's fucked up. What they gonna give them? They didn't give them.
They ain't even said
Okay.
yet.
It's gonna be a while. Let's get an update on that one.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye. We pretty good in providing updates.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Well, I got this one that's called Bad Parents. Parents dressed up, dead 3-month-old to sneak
What?
out of shelter.
What the fuck?
Dump her body in the woods in New York. But it's New York City. Both parents.
That's why that motherfucking.
That dust cloud.
That's why.
Both
That
parents.
type of shit.
Both parents of the 3-month-old girl have been arrested after the infant's body was reportedly found in a wooded area near Yankee Stadium in New York City over the weekend. The children's father, Damian Comager, 23, was arraigned in court on Wednesday. He's reportedly accused of shaking the infant and was charged with murder, manslaughter, and concealment of a human corpse. Prosecutors claim he and the child's mother, Ivana, her name is Ivana Palozzi,
Okay.
20, dressed the infant in a hat and a onesie so they could sneak her dead body out of the shelter they were in without raising suspicions before discarding her in the woods.
Oh my God. Baby.
Genevieve Rosalind Comager, just 3 months old at the time of her death, was found by authorities on Sunday night, adding that cops were tipped off by the infant girl's grandfather, Comager's father, Donald, after Comager allegedly admitted to him that he shook the child when it would not stop crying. So the infant girl was reportedly found stiff and cold after allegedly being shaken on May 14. Her body was not discovered until this past weekend. Donald Comager reportedly says he thinks his granddaughter's death was an accident, but he says, but I still had to say something. I couldn't say nothing.
Not if you shook that baby.
Yeah, Pelosi, the mother, has reportedly been charged with concealment of human corpse and obstructing governmental administration. Detectives say the parents and infant daughter were staying at a shelter on University Avenue, which is not far from where the child's body was found. A medical examiner has reportedly said that the infant's cause of death has yet to be determined as additional testing is required. So Donald told the New York Post that his main focus is right now is to get Genevieve's body to Louisiana so I can have a proper burial for it. This is the grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Damien, the child's father, said that he loved his daughter and he was sorry as he walked out of the police precinct on Monday. As he walked out. Well, they not saying no further charges. So
he was walking out to go to court.
He said as he walked out of the police precinct on Monday. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Like you said earlier,
Jesus Christ.
it only gets worse.
I got another one. You got more?
I got another one. Go ahead.
I got one. What is yours?
About what? It might be.
Anybody get shot through a door?
Nope. Chopping pieces?
Nope.
All right, go ahead.
All right, bet. Woman who shot and killed black mother of 4 through the front door arrested on manslaughter and other charges.
And the women are up on this one.
Susan Lurichkis, 58, was taken into custody and charged with manslaughter in the shooting death of Isaac Owens, who went by AJ. The arrest came after protests were held calling for authorities to arrest the shooter. Owens, a 35-year-old mother of 4, was shot dead through her neighbor's door in Ocala on Friday night. In what Woods said in a Monday press conference was the culmination of a 2.5-year feud at an apartment complex.
Shot the motherfucker through the door?
Owens had gone to the neighbor's home after the woman yelled at her children as they played in a nearby lot. The neighbor had also thrown a pair of skates and hit one of her children. Lewinsky is facing a charge of manslaughter with a firearm and culpable negligence. The culpable negligence charge is because the children were present during the commission of the crime.
Damn.
Lewinches is also charged with assault and battery against Owens' kids from the earlier altercation before the shooting. The shooter allegedly yelled racial slurs at the children before hitting one of them with a skate. And when the mom went over there to press her about it, when she knocked on the door, the woman shot her through the door.
These apartments?
These apartments.
It's fucking crazy. It could have been anybody at her door.
Yeah.
But then again, she probably went over there raising hell, beating on the door.
As she should have, though.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying for her to know it was actually her at that door.
Shut through the door.
God damn.
Yeah.
Threw skates at the kids, called them niggers, and shoots the mom.
Yep.
Damn, man. What's going on out here, bro? Well, like I said, it gets worse. We done with that one?
But wait, it gets worse. Yeah, we are done.
And just slam.
Wait, it gets worse.
That was my niggas right there. I love them. Onyx. That's why I asked you about Chopped Up. Cause I
fucked with them a little bit, Onyx, but yeah.
I got mommy pieces.
I don't want it. That sounds rough.
Woman killed mom.
What?
Cut her up with a chainsaw.
Killed her mama? Alright, that wasn't.
Cut her up with a chainsaw.
Okay.
And grilled the remains.
What? On the barbecue grill?
What race is this?
Spanish.
No.
African.
Nope. Just black.
Just black? Just good old, just regular old
Good
black.
old black.
When did she hickory smoked her?
Probably. Put some honey on her.
Put some honey on that motherfucker.
A Maryland
Some
woman.
mesquite. Some mesquite firewood.
A Maryland woman.
Did she put her in the smoker, or did she just regularly barbecue her?
I didn't read it. I don't know.
All right, we better find out together.
We're going to find out together.
All right.
A Maryland woman murdered her 71-year-old mother.
I wonder if she used wood or just regular coals. Or she used quick start. I wonder if like she was like a real barbecue master or she was faking at it. My bad.
Don't make me laugh at that.
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
A Maryland woman murdered her 71-year-old mother,
Oh no.
dismembered her body with a chainsaw,
Oh no.
and then attempted to incinerate the body parts on a grill.
Okay, so she didn't cook her to eat her.
I don't think
She
so.
was trying to discard.
All the evidence.
But a grill? That's not how you.
I don't know.
She should have made a fire pit or something.
This is crazy.
And I don't think people understand how hot fire needs to be to burn through bone.
Right.
You can burn flesh,
You gotta get that
But-
bone away.
but bone?
Shit.
As
Not on a
anyone,
grill. I ain't never seen nobody
I'm about to
burn
say-
away a bone on a grill unless they just left it there.
no. I'm about to say, you of all people know how hot that motherfucking incinerator is
Yeah.
to cremate people.
Yeah, shit's
Bro, that shit's
intense.
Yeah,
You got multiple flames on that.
it's
motherfucker.
crazy. And it's confined
Yeah.
to make that fire.
And the smell stay.
Oh, it stays.
That's why you never go past one and smell the meat burning like you do at the Hostess factory and smell the donuts. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
if it's you walk around and smell like barbecue, something wrong. Something is fucking wrong. Candace Craig, 44,
Oh, Candace.
is being held in jail on charges of first and second degree murder, according to the Prince George County Police Department. Craig's 19-year-old daughter, Celia Hardy, has also been charged with accessory after the fact.
Damn, she was in the mix.
I don't know how.
She killed grandma.
Right, killed grandma. It was grandma's dying wishes to go out like a Viking. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, just died.
I don't know where that came from.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I can just see the arrows, man.
Yeah. They casted her out to sea.
Yeah.
It Valhalla.
Valhalla. That's a nice song, too. Where am I? Hold on. Where the fuck am I at? Officers went to the home of Craig's mother, Margaret Craig, on Friday to conduct a welfare check. Inside the property, they found Candace Craig as well as blood and tissue on the floor and garbage bags believed to contain human remains.
You didn't do a good cleanup.
Authorities later found a chainsaw with human remains on it. Police say Hardy told them that she overheard her grandmother threaten to report her mother for fraudulently using her credit card and that her mother then attacked her grandmother. The next day, Hardy and Craig attempted to burn her remains on a grill and set a fire at the rear of the residence. To say it's disturbing, oh, this is the captain speaking. So, to say it's disturbing is an understatement. Prince George's County State Attorney Aisha something, or what is it? Aisha Braveboy said. She said it was like a real horror movie. Mom accused of slowly cooking her two. Oh, that's something else. Excuse me. It says Lamar Williams appeared in this mugshot. Blah blah blah. Oh, so this is something else. Hold on, wait a minute. I got the wrong thing, thinking it was the article. Okay. Oh, this is the other one. Hold up. How the fuck did it do that? I just got done. Is this the one you read?
Which one?
The mom accused of slowly cooking her two toddlers to death by placing them in the oven?
No. Jesus Christ. What all did you find?
Okay, I got 4 equals.
Okay.
So that was Mommy Pieces, the first one. They didn't never say, that was it for that, I guess. So we know what happened there. So this one is, I just found this. I thought this was the same fucking article. It says it was like a real horror movie. Mom accused of slowly cooking her two toddlers to death by placing them in an oven and turning it on will go to trial. So
Were they alive?
I believe so. Um, Lamora Williams appears in the mugshot. Fuck that. A Georgia mother of three accused of killing two of her children by placing them in an oven and turning it on waived her first court appearance on Friday. Um, Lamora Williams stands accused of myriad crimes over the October 2017 deaths of her sons, 1 year old Jakarta Penn and 2 year old Keontae Penn. I think that's Keontae. Uh, who police believe were killed roughly an hour apart. Okay, so they were dead. On the night in question, the defendant called 911 and expressed her fear that her sons were dead and that she would go to jail. In February 2018, Williams was indicted on 4 counts of felony murder, 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault, 2 counts of concealing the death of another, and 1 count of making a false. Let's see where we got. Making a false statement. She's also been charged with 2 counts of cruelty to children in first degree, 1 count of cruelty to children in second degree, and an additional aggravated assault, 1 count of obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and 1 count of battery resulting in substantial physical harm. And this happened in the Fulton. She's currently in the Fulton County Jail. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck that shit. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I didn't know that was the end of that other one, but we ran into some other more
Into a
people.
whole nother nasty batch of fecal.
Crazy, man.
We cooked the babies.
I'm gonna call this one man, these damn near all women's, wasn't it? Shit. I don't even know what to call this motherfucker now without offending somebody.
Girls Gone Wild.
Okay. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they been going wild.
Yeah, Girls Gone Wild.
And that's it. That's the figures for the week, y'all.
Shit, that's it, isn't it?
Thank you for the new subscribers.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you for commenting. I can't remember the certain person's name, but
Got the wrong phone on me. Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
yeah.
Another thing, you should have threw it in the Melanated Mag. Give it a watch if you. I know you be on movies and shit too, like I do. It's called. It's on Peacock. I know you got your streaming. Shit.
Right.
It's called Shooting Stars.
Shooting Stars?
It's about LeBron and his 3 homeboys.
It's a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you know, him and his 3 homeboys, they call themselves the 4 Horsemen.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they like if you watching like shoe collector videos on like YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of niggas make it a point to collect like Air Forces and shit, because LeBron would get all the shoes Nike would make for him that weren't his shoe. So like he would get custom Air Forces and shit.
Oh shit.
And he would get 4 of them, and it would all have a 4 Horsemen logo in them for him and his homeboys. And what they were was the 4 homeboys that he played basketball with, from like Pop Warner all the way to the high school championship that he won before he came into the NBA.
Okay.
And they're all still real successful, and they were to use some, his money to fund careers, and they've all become but it's him and his 4 homeboys.
That's cool.
And it's the story about them coming up from like,
being little and shit?
Little to high school, and the ups and downs that they went through dealing with LeBron's success.
Right.
Because at one point in time, one of them was ranked higher than LeBron. He was doted to be the next big thing, and then LeBron ended up surpassing him.
Right.
And they had to come to grips with it. It's just really dope.
Okay.
How like even the high school that he went to wasn't the high school he was supposed to go to, but because one of the niggas couldn't get a coach to believe in him, but got a coach to believe him at this school. He convinced all of them to go to the school with him so that they could all play there because they didn't want to not play together.
Right.
Wood Harris
Okay.
is one of the boys' father who was the coach that got them all together and ended up getting a coaching position at the high school so he could help coach. But he ended up being the head coach. It's fucking fire.
Check it
It's
out.
called Shooting
Shooting
Stars.
Stars?
It's on Peacock.
All right, let me check that out. It's like a good watch.
It's a real good watch. I wasn't mad at it at
I
all.
ain't got nothing right now.
I wasn't mad at it at all, bro.
Big fuck you to Netflix. Fuck y'all with that bullshit.
Yeah, I just had to make my own account. You know what I mean? I've been using my mama's account for years. I just had to make an account yesterday.
I can't even watch shit on there. I don't even know what the fuck's on there.
Yeah.
Well,
I had to
when
make an account
I
yesterday.
did have access to it, I really didn't watch that much anyway.
They goddamn it. My mama texted me. I was leaving the gym. My mama texted me like, the kids just texted me about Netflix. I said, well, what happened to Netflix? Because I was just watching it the night prior. They did but you know, a few months back, Hulu did the same shit.
Yeah.
So I had to make my own Hulu because I used to have my mom's Netflix and her Hulu.
Okay.
And I had to make my own Hulu and my own Netflix. And which is, I mean, it's fine. I don't have no problems paying the $5, $6, $7, $8 or whatever it is a month.
Right.
But like I've been using my mama Netflix, bro, since we had Netflix when the DVDs came in the mail.
Yeah.
That algorithm was so set to me, and now it's not.
Nah, not no more.
I got on my little algorithm with them stupid ass pick 4 movies you like so we can. Nigga, this shit they got on there is so fucking stupid. My continue watching list was so fucking fire. Now it's gone.
All gone.
The same thing happened with Hulu, bro. I've been using my mama Hulu for years. I don't even remember some of the shows I was watching. My shit trash now.
That's why I don't ever get addicted.
Fucking trash now. I just bought one. But then I end up, which is cool because I had Discovery Plus and something else. And I realized, HBO Max just did an upgrade and they just became Max.
Right.
And the reason that they're Max is because they ended up absorbing Discovery and some other shit. So now everything that I had on Discovery Plus is on Max. So I had to get rid of
Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Just to condense it down to one app.
You know what I need to do now? I need to reset everything because there's a bundle package for ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus that offers a way better price range than what I'm paying because I had all 3 of those prior to them becoming a entity. And now you can get all 3 of them under this one bundle package, and I'm currently paying for all 3 of them separately.
Shit. Man, get you a stream. Get you a stream.
I had one, bro. I had a few. I got sick of upgrading and.
Oh no, this is just a regular on the Silk internet browser.
Oh.
So you ain't gotta upload nothing. You just go in there, do.
You gotta put me up on game.
Oh, I got you.
Cause I had all the hacked Fire Sticks and.
Oh yeah.
Android boxes. And,
I know what you mean.
Right, man. Nowadays they kept shutting down those services, and then I was out of money, and then I was on YouTube learning how to hack the Fire Sticks myself.
Yeah,
and,
breaking.
And then the shit just kept getting shut down, and
They do.
yeah.
But this one, no app.
Okay.
Just straight on the internet.
I had
You can
one.
do it on your phone.
I had one in my garage that my nigga gave me. A motherfucker was charging him like $20 a month.
For what?
It was like a cable service,
Oh.
but it was everything on some bootleg shit. And he came over and put all that shit on my Fire Stick that was in the garage. And the Fire Stick in the garage crashed.
Oh. You do a factory reset.
Yeah,
It's the best thing to do. Shit.
and I lost everything. Everything.
Well, shit, that's another one, bro.
That's one on 4 down the tubes.
Yes, it is. And it's Eugene standards. I'm gonna keep hitting you until you come back.
Yeah.
You heard?
Because you owe. You said yourself you owe.
You owe it to yourself.
And once again, man, shout out to my baby.
Oh yeah, definitely. Can't
Class
forget
of
that.
2023, man. First of my seven to go across that stage, man, it's a big deal. I ain't walking across that stage, but my parents was in attendance, so they got to see their first grandchild walk across that stage.
That's Timmy Turner.
Yep. My parents was in attendance, they got to see their first grandchild walk across that stage. So I didn't do it, but I made something that did. So
And that matters. That matters.
yeah.
Shit.
So man, it's a
And they
beautiful
both
thing.
were here to see it.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I'm saying?
shout out to Doughboy, friend of the show, constituent,
Special guest host.
His oldest daughter, Amaya Pipes, walked across that stage too,
Yeah,
which
congratulations.
is a milestone for us. All the shit we went through at the ages we went through, and to be standing there as adults watching our goddamn kids walk across the
Man,
yeah. So,
I'll be there next year.
I'll be there in a couple more years,
But
but
I gotta come in with a hat and a cape and just sit there by myself in the shadows.
my second oldest daughter. Yeah, you want to do that.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
My second oldest daughter, she's going into her junior year. She's gonna tell me on my graduation day, I want you to come in with a giant sign with my face on it. I said, girl, I am way too cool to do anything like that. Oh, you will not catch me doing that goofy shit.
It's my baby.
Yeah, you don't catch me doing that goofy shit, but I will be there. I'll be there and I'll be proud.
Oh,
I cried and shit. My ex-wife rubbing my back, talking about, oh. Then I look over at her, she crying. I said, see, look at you trying to play me like the emotional one, nigga.
damn. Yeah. Whatever karma he had, it got dealt.
But yeah, with some crazy shit that's happening on TV. But yeah, once again, like I said, shout out to my baby, man. She graduated all type of shit, man. Made it on the roll all 4 years, every semester. Really did a really good job. Really proud of that child.
Hell yeah.
Nothing more dad could ask for.
That's understood.
Yeah, nothing more dad could ask for. So, shout out to her. And shout out to all the other, it was
Graduates this year.
630 graduates.
Damn.
So, shout out to all them whippersnappers.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the real world.
And you're going to find out how real it is.
Yeah, man.
No participation trophy.
No participation trophies. Everything will be earned and paid for.
From your pocket.
Yeah. I don't know. That motherfucking baby asked me for gas money at the graduation. I said, God damn it.
That's part of graduation fee.
Yeah.
You got a year.
All right, shit. We out here, y'all.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.